You're trying to tell me that I need to go get a BBL. Where's the energy for your content? Morning. Hey guys. We talk about things you can do to upgrade your content and to be consistent. I'm going to make some tea and we're going to talk about it. But first, if you're new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. But if you are trying to upgrade your content, you need to do these things. Now, first, you need to figure out what it is that your video is going to be about. Now, if you are doing hair videos, right now hair is I feel like hair is going to always be trending because people are always buying wigs, tracks, all of the things hair, right? So you will want to make sure that you have a spot in your house where you do your hair, or I don't know if you're somebody who always go to the shop every 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. So you want to make sure that you write down everything that you're going to do pertaining to hair. If you're doing it yourself, you need to have an area in your house where you do your hair. You need lighting. You need all of the essentials to do your hair, and make sure that your camera, whichever camera you film on, it can be your phone, your iPad, whatever. You want to make sure that it's clear. You want to make sure that you're consistent. If you're trying to be representing a brand that's for a hair company and you want to be known for that because you know how to slay a wig, you need to make sure that it is very clear. You need to make sure that it's on point because we are in social media. Social media pick apart every single thing that you do. It does not matter. They don't care if you're a celebrity. They will pick you apart. You will become a meme tomorrow. Matter of fact, you'll be a meme that same day when they saw your video. So you want to be careful about what you're putting out there. And we need to take the time to do the research. I'm going to say this probably in every other video. Research is key, and you need to study the people that you aspire to be like. So hair was one thing, but if you're just trying to make sit down videos and you like, I feel like I got a message, I feel like I could talk about mom life or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that in order for people to actually hear you, they can see you clearly. And I think people don't talk about this enough when making content because they feel like they just go around it. Like, what you going to be talking about? What you going to be recording? Just do it. We preach the just do it method, and that's great. That's fine, and that's true. But you need to know, like, how are you going to look to the viewer? Like KFC, Popeyes, Walgreens, all these places that we go to on a daily basis, they have a packaging. They have a look. We know them by their logos. We know them by their look. They don't show up any old kind of way to try to sell us stuff. Like, we're not going to buy it. So you need to be absolutely focused, hyper-focused on your look, on how it's going to be perceived by the viewer. Now, I know some people who, yes, you need to be authentic, your true self, but you also need to put effort in your true self, if that makes sense. Like, you want to sell somebody clothes, but we don't see you wear the clothes. We don't see you looking as close to the outfit that you're trying to sell to me. Like, if you're telling me that you sell waist trainers and stuff, we never see you wear it. You're never promoting it in a way that is very clear to make me say, let me get that waist trainer from you. If you're selling tracksuits, we never see you wear the tracksuits. We never see you. You're trying to tell me that I need to go get a BBL, but you don't tell me about the BBL that you got and what was the steps to getting the BBL, how much it's going to cost. How do you look with yours? Do it look natural? Is the hip butt leg ratio on point? So it's just like marketing is very, very important. We cannot skip that step when it comes to content creation if you're trying to build a business. If you're not trying to build a business, okay, this message isn't for you. And you don't have to worry about all of that. It's a hobby. You don't care. Okay, whatever. But the purpose of this video is for people who want to show up on camera and look their best self, and they want to see their content grow. They want to reach a higher audience. They want to reach a specific audience and build that community. To build that community, you have to absolutely take your time and make sure that that packaging is on point. Now, you're not going to get it right the first couple times, but you need to be consistently trying to improve yourself. And it's true, because I watch a lot of YouTubers and I take notes and I'm paying attention and I'm watching them. And they say, you need to try to outdo your last video. I have not been always successful in outdoing my last video, but when it do flop, I do sit and I think like, okay, I could improve this. And I had watched a video that gave advice for YouTubers that specifically said you need to dissect your old videos and figure out why it bombed. You need to figure out where the viewer dropped off and went to the next video, so that you don't make that mistake again. Period. Now, we sometimes say, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. If they watch, they watch. If they don't, they don't. And that's fine. But when you really are trying to reach the top, if you really are trying to be successful in this game of YouTube and you want to see the money, you really going to have to take your time, and you really want to put more effort into it, and you are going to have to invest. If you're not willing to do that, then this ain't for you. You got to literally study this thing like breakfast, lunch, and dinner snacks, if that's something you really want to do. Some people probably say, well, it's not that serious, and that means that this message isn't for you. This is for people who is serious about YouTube. This is for people who are serious about content creation and showing up every single day like it's their job. The same way if you go on Facebook and you post, we will post a status every 5 minutes or something and share somebody else's post, right? About something funny, right? We'll do this all day. We'll be scrolling, laughing, liking, sharing, and posting all day long. But we could be doing that, having that same energy for our own content. Where's the energy for your brand? Where's the energy for your content? And then let me move into my next point with upgrading your content. We're in a time where AI is at an all-time high. You can use AI, meaning ChatGPT, vidIQ, TubeBuddy, all of the things that helps with SEO and pushing your video out in the algorithm. They're great. They're tools. That's what they're there for, to help you. However, when it becomes a point where you're altering your face and it's not your true face, that's when the viewer disconnects. This isn't the time back then on YouTube where you did the clickbait videos, where you just simply post in other people's face, or you are photoshopping and making yourself look extra skinny or light skin or dark skin to be somebody else. We are in a time where people want to see authentic people being themselves. Be you, your true self. I don't want to watch you if I feel like that's not how you really are. If I know for a fact I met you in real life and you really don't go to the gym, or you really aren't a healthy person, you really aren't a nice person, you aren't those things, and I watch your video and I know you, I'm going to be looking like, even if I don't know you, you can kind of like, because there's people who I don't know and they in other states, but you could kind of know that they putting on. Somebody drop in the comments if you can make it to this part in the video, if you notice content like that, where people make content and you know for a fact that is not them. And they don't really live that life. And you know that. Like, for real, we don't like that type of content no more. Now we want people to really sit down and talk to us and speak to, and we can relate to them. Like, girl, couldn't pay the rent today. It was hard, but I still woke up, make some tea with me, and tell y'all how I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get this rent money. You know, because there's people who like that content about how, you know, the struggle content. And then you got people who really genuinely do make 6 figures here on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and they showing you a day in the life of them really waking up every single day, and they really are speaking to clients. They really are motivational speakers. They really getting flued out, whatever. And that's really their life. You can tell because it's consistent. Like all of their content shows that's really them. It's not like a fake front. No, that's really how they live their life. I can respect that content, but if I'm seeing your content and it's looking like, is that really, like, this look forced, like this look fake, I can't get with it. And I'm not the only person that think that way. So the point I'm making is, stop with all the alternative faces. Let us see your beautiful face. Let us see you talk on here, and let us see what you got to say. You never know. Your story, your testimony, whatever it is, your content, you know how to do hair, crochet a blanket, fix a house from the ground up. We might want to see that. You might can help somebody. You might be a real estate agent, and you know your stuff. I might be an aspiring real estate agent. I want to see how you made it. Did you pass the test? I don't know. Like, you are a fitness trainer. You let us see your stuff, what you got to offer, so that it can help me. You might have made me decide that I want to get healthy. So it's just like, to upgrade your content, you're going to have to do the work. Now, I know hustle culture tells us that we need to be up 40 days and 40 nights, never get sleep, grind. However, as you get older, your body will start to break down. You cannot sacrifice your sleep all the time. Now, some nights I'll say stay up, do pulling on all-nighters so that you can learn everything you need to know about a topic that you're trying to see a result in. Yes, sacrifice some of them nights and stay up and learn and teach yourself. You need to be reading books because you need to know the knowledge. You need to have it. But some nights, no, you need to put the phone down. You need to put do not disturb, and you need to go to sleep, and you need to lower that the cortisol, that stress level. It needs to come down so that you can be a better you the next morning. Fresh ideas, let God speak to you, and you can move accordingly. So, yeah, don't work yourself to the bone. And that's why some people tell you to batch create. Pick a day on the weekend and bang out at least 3 videos so that once you start scheduling them out, they just post it on their own, and you get to sit back and maybe plan some other content for future weeks or whatever the case may be. So it's just like, it's a bunch of things that go into content creation, and you can't just, it's not just that simple as press and record. I mean, yes, you press record, but you will get discouraged if you don't learn all of what goes into making content. Selling products, that content marketing, social media marketing, like, it's a lot that goes into it. I'm still learning, but the things that I'm sharing in this video is just some of the stuff that I gathered and thought I would just put out there. So you know, like, yeah, she know a little something. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. And if you can't do everything by yourself, that's why they say delegate tasks. That's why they say outsource and ask other people to step in. If you got that type of family that don't mind, they don't look at you weird, and they support you 100, and they like, I'm coming and I'm filming you. I'm going to go with you in a day of your life and record you going to the supermarkets, buying the fresh groceries and stuff. Shout out to you. I don't have that type of support. So every video you see me make is a video that Jasmine me, that I create myself. I'm vulnerable. I set up the camera, I sit, I talk, I be me, I press record and post it, and I let it be. When the time comes, when God allows, He will send me a team where I have that setup that I'm looking for, that perfect setup. And we got all of the perfect lighting. We got all of the editing tools. We got the people getting all my angles, like interview style angles and all that stuff, or they following me outside. When that time comes, it'll come. But right now, I'm not going to let that stop me from posting and doing what I know is working for me right now. And what works for me right now is I'm a one-person team. This is me. It's only I in my team right now. But yeah, I just say that to say, go all in. If you're trying to take YouTube serious and you're trying to get to that bag, go all in. Go all in. Get past the cringe part. First of all, if you already made your first video, clap it up for yourself because you put that first video out and you did that. But now It's time for you to make progress. It's time for you to be consistent. It's time for you to show up more. It's time for you to see what could happen. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, the people gonna comment on the video and say they don't like you. Oh, you look a mess. Oh, your hair not cute. Oh, you're out. Block. Straight like that. Straight like that. Like, it's 2026. We trying to get to the bag. We trying to get monetized. We trying to show up. We trying to invest into, if we want to start businesses, we want our kids to live a nice life and do travel. Like me, I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to run my business. I'm trying to make sure my kids are happy and they getting things that I wasn't able to have when I was a kid. Okay? So, some sacrifices are going to have to be made. I cannot hang with people. I can't go out on the weekend because I keep thinking about content ideas and how to edit this video, how they did this transition. You're going to have to put the work in. And if that video you knew was cringy and you posted it and it was like, oh my God, why didn't I fix the lace in that one? Baby, fix the lace in the next video. Oh my God. The outfits was not tea in that last video. Make sure the outfit is tea in the next one. But stop procrastinating and stop trying to like self-sabotage yourself into like, oh my God, they is not gonna like it and I don't love me and I look a mess. Baby, you got another video that you can record to look your best. So what? The last video flopped. This one might do good. You need to study how people make their titles. What is it that their titles say that made the people wanted to click? What was on the thumbnail that stood out the most? And you need to take pictures before you record so that you can kind of have like your that still shot that people have is what your thumbnail is. So if I supposed to go like this and then I put words up there, that's a thumbnail. Or that's a thumbnail. Or and then I have a camera right here and YouTube sign right here. Thumbnail. Like you gotta think about it before you actually get into it so you can know what's gonna be a thumbnail and how to make it stand out and make people wanna give you that click. And then, we can get into another video where you have to talk about how to keep people to stay. Cause hey, listen, the people wanna be able to still watch you on your video too. I know I just now sat there and brewed that the first time, but I've been talking so much that it stopped and I know it's not hot. But yeah, I'm about to end this video. But I hope y'all, this helped you in some type of way. I hope this encourages you to, hey, let me pick up a camera today and press record. Let me see what it's going to do. And I hope this motivated you to want to like invest into your YouTube channel. Make the banner, make the descriptions, get your hashtags together, promote yourself, put it on your other social media platforms, try to get people involved and want to, I don't really promote myself everywhere all the time. I do it every now and again because the way I'm at with it, the people that are on like my Facebook and my Instagram, I feel like they don't really support. The support literally comes from like YouTube, inside YouTube, for me. That's what I feel like. But yeah, if this video helped you in any kind of way, do me a favor. Hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, and hit that bell so that you're notified as soon as I upload. And I'm going to see you on the next one.